Greetings! You're watching SeptumSin versus the world. I'm SeptumSin. This is Kotobukijake.
Right?
We're here to show you what we got. Even Jake has pickups this time.
Well, that kind of happens when you have a birthday.
Yes. So we're gonna do kind of two versions of this. This is a live stream version, but then I'm gonna download it and I'm gonna slap the usual editing on it. And, in case you really want to see the Show Me What You Got one more time or the birthday jingle one more time, you'll see those before if you come and watch this Wednesday. Hello, Mike. Now, great to see you. And you got to enjoy the Schlockaholic stream where we covered the Alex Leba movie, which was an excellent stream.
Very good.
On the Schlockaholics channel. So if you have not checked out Schlockaholics, you should. We discuss a lot of cool films and some films you probably never would have heard of otherwise. Like the Alex Leba movie, where we actually had the director and star of the movie on with us. So
very cool.
Always fun. Of course, the name of this is The Last Pickup. So let me go over what that means, other than, clickbait. Times have not been good to me this year, to say the least. So one of the things I'm planning on doing in order to try and remedy that is, for at least a short time, I'm shutting down a lot of the main aspects of the channel, which is really just the pickups. I will continue with some first impressions here and there. I will continue with the Anhedenia project because those are quick videos I can throw together, like I just finished an Anhedenia project right before we talked here, and I'll just slap some editing on it and I can upload that and have that up Thursday. In general, I'm trying to make sure that I can get myself back in shape. And then once things in life have improved a little bit, then I'm going to be wanting to concentrate on my project of making my first ever feature film. So I don't have a lot of time with which to film with. And so I'm going to, and I need Jake for a lot of that time. So I'm going to probably be concentrating on that.
Time is a commodity in short supply for both of us.
So, I want to make sure that everything works out well. And I think that it will be okay once we get there. By the time we get back, hopefully Jacob will have stacked up a couple of extra pickups by then. Hopefully by late summer or midsummer, we'll be back. I doubt.
I have some arriving within a couple of days, so I'll at least have a little bit of a stack.
So you'll be building up a little bit, and so maybe we'll be getting something there. But I want to get a lot of the filming done on Amityville Webcam, which is the movie I'm making, completed. And once that's done, I'll probably recast this time back to getting pickups again. We're probably going to stop filming almost entirely throughout the month of March. But in April, I expect to start filming again on at least as far as that movie. And I'm not sure how many of you will really, really want to see a movie called Amityville Webcam, but hey. I'll also be continuing with a lot of the movie discussion groups. They take very little time. I may take some breaks here and there, but I think so far I've got the time okay for Inside Movies Galore and Schlockaholics, which are fun groups. And I'm hoping to be next week on a Let's Get Cinematic episode where we discuss the Shackled Demon project, which is kind of fun. So I'm going to try a cute little camera trick so that Jake can still be on the screen, and I can still be on the screen when we do these pickups. And that's where I take the camera, and I do a little bit like this. So we can still see Jake in the background there. So I'll start us off, and we're going to end with a big old birthday summary and a big old birthday gift for the last gift. And that's it. You ain't getting nothing else. Not from me, anyway. And then next time you actually get up here, you can pick these up and take them home. Hello there.
Hello, Cody.
And speaking of schlockaholics, it's great to see you here. And we're our presumably last pickup, at least for a little while. And I might actually show my head on the schlock talk a little later tonight. So we'll see how that goes. So let's start with some Animu. You know, you guys knew I was going to have this one just because I feel bad leaving them there. I think I'm going to start just hitting a bunch of the One Piece stuff so I can just get the darned thing taken care of, you know? Yeah, but I am going to put up right now One Piece Volume 30. I really don't like these thick volumes, but I really don't get much choice in it because they decide. Because Funimation has right now been obsessed with, oh yeah, we need to do the DVD Blu-ray combo. Like, not really. I mean,
at least they're doing One Piece and Blu-ray now.
Yeah. And this has episodes, let's see here, 720 to 746. So I have up to 746 episodes.
So about the first quarter of the series.
I think they're 1,200 episodes now or something like that.
Yeah, I think so.
So that's not too far behind. I'm more than halfway to where they at. I'm sure that by the time I catch up to that level, supposedly it's ending in the future. I sincerely doubt that. I think Oda's real plan is to pass the mantle on to his child and then tell them to keep writing and then pass it on to their child until the world ends. And then right before the world ends, to finally write the ending of it, but then never publish it. That's my theory of what's going to happen with One Piece. It'll keep going long beyond our times, though.
So 100 years from now, when some alien race comes looking at us, they're going to believe that Monkey D. Luffy is the emblem of the Earth, that everyone looks up to him. He is the ideal person.
And then they'll come across my videos and say, oh my, this must be the enemy of mankind, the only one who hates him.
We are versus the world.
I am indeed. So I'm going to switch it around. See, now you're big and I'm small.
Okay.
I can react live.
A different sort of adventuring around the world. I found a couple of movies at the library that I was able to give a home for. And one, well, not really movies, but like, programs. Anytime I see anything with National Geographic that I can get really cheap, I think it's worth it. National Geo has always done some really good specials. And this is I guess it's a 30-year retrospective, essentially. Yeah, I figure that's worth having. I'll give it a watch eventually. Should be fun.
I'm actually very much in a minor key with National Geographic. I think was that one about the rock climber, the Oscar-winning one. Was that a National Geographic? Free Solo? Was that
I have no recollection if they backed it or not.
I don't know. I have very little, if any. I will say that from here on out, all of my collection stuff here is brand new. Three of these all these items were within the past week, and 3 of these items literally got opened today. So some fun stuff.
Nice.
So I went ahead and I got this because had heard mixed rumors about how it might be in short supply, and I do not like to get Nintendo Switch games digitally because of the limited storage capacity.
Hmm.
So I went ahead and I picked up Metroid Prime Remastered.
Hmm.
I have never played this game. It was originally a GameCube game. They remastered it for the Switch.
Hmm.
I've heard rumors that they are remastering it for that they're remastering the other two as well, all in preparation for the fourth game. And it's basically, if you know what Metroid is, it's it's a kind of sci-fi action where you go around and you pick up more items, and with every item you pick up, you have the ability to progress further using those items. And it's a style that's used in a lot of things today, combined with kind of some of the Castlevania elements, makes for the Metroidvania style.
Hmm.
Now, this was Metroid, but done in first person. So I've heard a lot of good things. I never played these. I do look forward to finally trying to do it. So I am very happy to have this. And I wanted this on physical because, again, I don't want to have a nasty download. And for Switch, physical collecting is not bad because a lot of times 99% of the game is still on the disc. And even if it needs an update, it's usually, not always, usually playable without a major patch. So that's a big thing. I can't say that for PlayStation or any of the others.
Right.
So.
All right. So my other one that I have here from the library, this one unfortunately has a lot of sticky on top, which is annoying to me. It's one that I was aware of when it came out, but since it's Hallmark Channel, I didn't really care too much. I was just kind of interested, and again, the opportunity to get it dirt freaking cheap, I was like, sure, why not? And that was a musical version of Charles Dickens' Christmas Carol, featuring Kelsey Grammer as Scrooge. And you also got Jesse L. Martin, Jane Krakowski, Jennifer Love Hewitt, Geraldine Chaplin, and Jason Alexander. I mean, that's a heck of an interesting cast, definitely. And, it's probably sappy, saccharine, sweet, it's Hallmark. But Christmas Carol is one of those stories that lends itself to a wide range of interpretations. And you do have some genuinely gifted singers in this cast. Plus, it's just a fun assortment of actors as well. Can't really speak for Jason Alexander's singing. I don't know if I've heard that. But I am curious about this. And again, I couldn't pass up the opportunity.
Hey, very cool stuff.
Mm-hmm.
What was that going to be a pick for you next year in December to have us cover?
I suppose that's a possibility, but probably not a likely one. Well, I don't know. If someone wants to go super, super, super specific and say that for December, like the theme of the month is a Christmas Carol.
I have thought about putting forth Mickey's Christmas Carol.
But I mean, we could do an entire month on a Christmas Carol as a theme, and still, yeah, it would work.
We could even hit the one we did last year because we can do retreads.
Right.
All right. One more video game. So this video game is one I debated getting, but I went ahead and got along with Metroid Prime Remastered, and that was the PS5 version of Octopath Traveler 2. Now, I liked the original Octopath Traveler. I have not beaten it yet. I've got it on Switch, and I've got it on Xbox. And I admit, having the stronger system does help some, but it is still a beautiful game. Great pixel art. It's a Final Fantasy VI inspired game. It's got inspiration from that in the Saga games, where you've got multiple people and you play those stories. Well, 8 particular. And I really did like the style of this. The video game style, the art style, this 2D, 3D way of doing it. It's just an amazing way to present a game. I do look forward to it. And I think that it's going to be fun at the end of the day. I love good RPGs if I could find time to play them. I mean, I say this as I've been working on Elden Ring since it came out, essentially. I stopped and I beat Ghostwire Tokyo, and then I went right back into Elden Ring, and I've still been working on it. So, who knows if I'll ever get to another one. There you go.
Oh, all righty then. I have myself muted. Okay, so and now we're going to switch gears a little bit, and we'll be getting into the actual birthday presents. I admit, this really is really the pickups I've done myself for the past couple of months. I've been really slacking on that, or more to the point, other important life things. And I do have some that I picked up on my own volition coming, which we will present whenever we come back to pickups. It'll be a ways down the road. But for the remainder of today, we'll be doing birthday pickups. And I did get from my family a handful of... I like to train them to use sales, and I think they did this time. I hope they did this time. Specifically, the Criterion sale is a excellent source of presents for me because there's so many of them that I still want, and I do want to have basically the Criterion collection. The first one that I have here is one that I held off on, honestly, because 2 reasons. One, I had some difficulty remembering if I owned it already. It's one of those movies. But the other big reason is that I am convinced this director will eventually get a massive Criterion collection. He certainly should, but it hasn't really happened yet. But I kind of hesitant to get a whole bunch of his stuff and then they finally do the release after I've got a whole bunch of his stuff. I'm talking, of course, of Akira Kurosawa. And the film that I got here is his take on, if you know Kurosawa's work, you know that he is very, very big fan of Shakespeare. He does several Shakespearean adaptations did several over his career. And this was his take on that Scottish play.
Yay!
It's called Throne of Blood. And it's a really good one, as a lot of his movies do. This one does star Toshiro Mifune in basically the Macbeth character. And then Izusu Yamada plays basically Lady Macbeth. Obviously, they have different names in here, but it takes that tale and puts it in feudal Japan, as he likes to do. And it's a really good movie. It is a really, really good movie, widely regarded as one of Kurosawa's better ones. And I think widely regarded as one of the better renditions or best renditions of Macbeth. Or, like, as I insist on calling it, that Scottish play. There is a long story behind that. For you theater hounds will know the story. Good film. Like I said, I held off on getting it for various reasons, but I am perfectly happy to have it as a placeholder until that Kurosawa set comes out.
Very nice.
Mm-hmm.
So my other 3, I went ahead and I hit up Joel Wynkoop because he was trying to get some money for 187 Times, the feature film. And he raises money in a different way from a lot of directors. He's like, hey, buy some movies off me. And if you do, I'll toss in some credit towards this. So I said, okay, and how much? And so I will supposedly be featured in the opening credits of 187 Times, which will kind of be cool. I got a lot of these films I'll be featured in the credits of these days. I'm getting to be a producer. So I've got 3, matter of fact, that I bought off of him. So I'm going to start with the one that I know isn't related to the other 2. It's one that Cody, if you're still watching, which it doesn't look like you are, but if you were still watching, you'll see it probably if I get on Schlock Talk tonight, which is Creep. Kind of an interesting cover there, which is, again, Joel Wynkoop film. Well, from Tim Ritter is the director, but he's a big actor in it. So from director Tim Ritter comes one of the all-time cult favorite horror flicks, Creep, starring adult video superstar Kathy, America's favorite nymphomaniac, Willits, in her only mainstream role to date. This is the shocking tale of brother and sister, killers pitted against father and daughter cops. As the twisted story moves forward, the connection between the characters is revealed amongst whispers of nearly every taboo imaginable, drawing everyone closer to the movie's explosive finale. It's got some commentary and behind-the-scenes footage on it, which is kind of cool. Like I say, I like this this poster. I mean, this cover art is kind of cool. There. I do look forward to checking it out. Again, I'll probably talk. We'll talk more about it in Schlock Talk tonight if I have time. But that's one of the 3.
All righty then. Apologies, I am coming off of a pretty nasty cough over the weekend, so having to keep the throat, take care of the throat. So next up, we have one that's a long time coming. This one I've been wanting to convert for ages, and it just never materialized, but it finally did. And this movie owns the distinction not only of being one of my favorite films, but it was the second film I ever saw twice in theaters, and the first one that I went entirely on my own volition to do so the second time. Jurassic Park we saw twice as a family when I was a little bit younger. This came out 6 years later. It was the film that first teamed crazy director and writer Spike Jonze and Charlie Kaufman, and it's a film Being John Malkovich, where you have John Cusack as a puppeteer, would-be puppeteer, who's kind of a sad sack, takes a filing job, and ends up hopelessly in love with his coworker, who's played by Catherine Keener. And he also has a friend who's played by an unrecognizable Cameron Diaz. And he accidentally discovers a portal into the brain of John Malkovich, the guy from that Jewel Thief movie. And it is just a great film. The scene where Malkovich is talking to his buddy Charlie Sheen is still one of my favorite. It's just great. The film is meta as all hell. It's really crazy. It's Kaufman at his best. Kaufman later kind of ran up his own ass, and now I have mixed feelings about him. But this was a great burst onto the scene for him. This is a really good edition, has a lot of special features. I do have this on DVD, but it's a pretty bare bones edition. This is a definite upgrade in format and quality. I don't really know why I didn't prioritize getting it sooner, but now I got it.
Let's see here. I'm trying to find out if I actually have the fourth film in this. I
Ah,
want to say I did, but I can't tell. Well, I can look that up later. But I am showing off a film. I've got the original film in this series called Truth or Dare, which is a pretty big film that Wine Coop was in. And the sequel of that is called Wicked Games. I've heard a lot of good things about this series. Again, Cody was big onto the Truth or Dare series, and I've got the first one. I feel like I got the fourth one. I can't recall. I have to look. But I do have now the second one, which is pretty cool. Wicked Games. So let's see here. Detective Gary discovers that his wife is having an affair. Despondent, he drinks and discusses his problems with a friend, Dan, a police detective, when someone in a copper mask begins slaughtering people connected to Gary's life. Dan begins suspecting Gary, whose cousin Mike has similar slip of the gears. Dan discusses the case with eminent psychiatrist Dr. Seedow, who has a few sexually slipped gears of his own. Together they try to stop a friend before people are killed. Sequel to the cult classic Truth or Dare, first time on Blu-ray.
all right.
So something really cool in that way.
All right. I don't know if this was, I don't think this was first time on Blu-ray for this one, but it was a new release that I was really excited about. Last fall, last November with the Criterion sale, I had a list of things I was like, I want to get this. And I did get several of them. But then I think there were 3 that I left undone. And I got 2 of them for Christmas. And I was like, I think I'm going to get the other one for my birthday. I don't know that I will. I think I will. I hope I do. If not, there's always next July. But as fate turns out, it was one I got for my birthday. This is the the first Criterion release of probably one of the most famous Spike Lee joints. A movie I still need to see, sadly. Malcolm X.
Yeah.
Of course, stars Denzel Washington in the title role. You've also got some other Angela Bassett, Delroy Lindo. You got some good folks in here. A lot of good bonus features on there.
Still got to do that double feature.
What's that?
I still got to do that double feature.
Well, I know. We said years ago we were going to double this with American History X, and we just never got to it. That'd be great. We need to do that. But and you said you've never seen American History X, but you've seen this, right?
Nope, not seen either.
Oh, you haven't seen either one.
But I do have that Criterion.
Okay. And I have seen American History X, but not this one. So we need to do that. But yeah, this one, I'm very happy to finally have this. I was very happy Criterion did this. I still can't believe they only have 3 Spike Lee joints in their whole friggin' collection. They really need to step up their game there. But,
heavy hitters, though.
Yeah. Well, they got that one and Do the Right Thing, and then Bamboozled seems to come out of left field. But,
Bamboozled's the oddball, but the other 2 are really heavy hitters.
Yeah.
Well, I've only got one more.
All right.
So this is Truth or Dare Part 3, Screaming for Sanity.
Nice.
So I just need to get Deadly Dares and I Dare You, Truth or Dare Part 5, and I'll have the entirety of the series. So that's going to be cool. It's got that guy with the mask again. Kind of looks like a Predator mask to me. The cult classic Truth or Dare series moves forward again when Screaming for Sanity, Truth or Dare 3. A demented story of double crosses, guilt, sin, and bloody retaliation. A copper-masked madman wreaks vengeance again in Sunnyvale, Florida, brutally butchering individuals he believes are profiting off of a serial killer, Mike Strauber's fame. Amidst the carnage and gore, tormented Dan Hess is close to unmasking the madman, and the blood-splattered conclusion will send you screaming for sanity. There you go. Nice little dramatic reading of the end. But it's kind of cool to have the other two. I swear I have the fourth one somewhere. I feel like Vinegar Syndrome did a release, but I'm just going to have to double check. I have to. Sometimes you don't quite know, and when films have multiple alternate titles, and I've probably placed it in my collection under one of those titles. It's hard to say. But that's all I got.
All right.
What do you got?
Okay. Last one I got from my family for my birthday is one that I was, again, a little bit surprised to get. I think I had actually asked for 2 trilogies, but I said like one of them. And I think I got one for Christmas and one for my birthday. So, I guess I worked out. And this is one I know you and or Kim have. I think you guys both had it. I had a very bare bones flipper of the first movie, the second movie, and I did not have the third one. So this is both an upgrade and a pickup. And that is Richard Linklater's The Before trilogy, which of course features Before Sunrise, Before Sunset, and Before Midnight. Actually, I don't even think I've seen Before Midnight at this point. I've seen the other 2, and they're both excellent. And it's really interesting. He just did a story that he just picked up the thread every few years and continued it on a bit. And you had something you were trying to say?
Depressing.
Can be, I guess. But like I said, this is really Linklater is a very intriguing director. He does what he wants. Kind of like Spike Lee in that respect. They both just do what they want. And like I said, I thought this was a good one. At least the 2 that I know I've seen. Again, a lot of bonus features there. It's a really nice addition. Looks pretty cool too. And takes up a little less space than all 3 movies would. So very cool. I'm glad I got that one finally.
Well, this is one from over, really. And we get to the last of the major birthday segments. So for you who are watching this on Wednesday when I do the edited version, you'll get to hear this. Did you hear nothing? That's because you are watching the live stream.
Okay.
But I'm going to do a recap.
Okay.
Some of these. So when we first started, we entered in with the City Hunter movie and OVA collection.
Cool.
But you have some of these, but that's okay. You can flip them over or give them or something,
Right.
Then we went into surprise territory where we have this lovely Lucas Moodysson collection.
How much?
Which, I think that was probably the one that had one of the most interesting surprises with ever getting an American Blu-ray release.
About time.
All right. Then we had some more Animu excitement with Tales of the Abyss, which was a nice Animu addition to this. Then we had some Joel Wynkoop antics with Lost Faith. See, now you have Joel Wynkoop. We had some comedic excitement with the Sam Kinison Definitive Comedy Collection. And finally, we are going to get not just those, but also the Kill La Kill anime collection. Probably the highest dollar item on this list. Though that Arrow collection came close, This is probably the one that's got the them dollar bills, y'all.
Right.
So we've got Volume 1, Volume 2. No, that's not Volume 2. That was Volume. No, we're backwards.
What?
Volume 1.
Okay.
Volume 2.
Okay.
Volume 3.
Mm-hmm.
Volume 4. And Volume 5.
Yay.
All 25 episodes, with that 25th being the OVA episode. Very cool stuff.
Right.
Released by Aniplex, unfortunately, but follows a school where they have magical clothing that gives superpowers.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like they have little clothing symbiotes. Of course, unfortunately, our main character, only gains the powers when she is wearing the skimpiest versions of the outfits. It's surprisingly really good. Studio Trigger, I believe, is the one that does the animation for it, and it does show because, my gosh, the animation is spectacular.
Actually, if I recall, isn't that pretty much the entire production team behind Promare?
I think so.
Yeah.
And, of course, let's not forget they started off with Gainax. In fact, they mostly were Gainax. Right. So you're looking at people who created amazing feats like Gurren Lagann, I want to say Evangelion, and others. So, fun stuff. Have you seen that one yet?
Well, I saw the first, was it 2 episodes we watched once?
We need to do that as an anime
right
anticlimax episode.
I'm sure we will at one point.
Because it's fun. It's a fun series. So next time you're over here, you can pick that up. So now that you've seen everything, which one is your favorite out of all of those? Let's bring us back up here like this. Which one do you feel like is your favorite out of those? Actually, let's rank them. Let's rank them as for the to the least impressive to most impressive.
Well, okay.
On first view.
Well, like I said, most of them haven't even been viewed, but I would say the most impressive one has to be the Lucas Moodysson set, just because I've been freaking waiting for that one movie for
this is
2
number
decades
one,
almost.
So what will be your number?
We'll go with that. Kill la Kill is a close second.
So Kill la Kill hitting on the second. All right, what is your third?
Okay, I'm trying to remember all of them.
Abyss, Lost Faith, Sam Kinison, and City Hunter.
City Hunter I have to come next.
All right. Then
probably Lost Faith. I'm actually curious about that.
All right. Hey, it got above the other anime there.
Well, and then the other anime will probably be next.
Or Sam Kinison in the end. But, so we've got them all now ordered in most to least right here.
There you go. I'm sure everyone was able to see that pretty well.
There we go. Yeah. There you are.
There we go. All right.
I'm going to separate these out so I'm not having Moodysson crushing everything.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Because that set is heavy. You got to fool with it a little bit when you came.
It was pretty solid. Yeah.
See, now you can literally request Lilia Forever as a movie.
Oh, it's coming.
Galore, and
it's
I'll be able to rip it because I actually have a copy myself. So.
You're right.
Well, that's not too bad for an ending of things, I guess. It is kind of sad that we're ending these pickups for now. Yeah. This is not good. This is not farewell. It's merely goodbye. So a little a short-term goodbye.
Yeah, me.
But we will see you all when we come back. Whatever that might be. A month, 2 months, 5 months, 10 years. We'll be back, though. Maybe not 10 years, but...
Yeah.
Probably more like that 4 to 5 months.
Right.
But we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.
Bye.